nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
People, please come to order. We have posting in accordance with Chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code as amended, known as the Texas Open Meeting Act. Any members of the public who wish to speak shall have 5 minutes to address the court regarding matters not appearing on the agenda or on any item on the agenda. Commissioners Court may not deliberate or take any action on any item that is not posted. Any discussion of the subject must be limited to providing specific functional information. So anybody from the public? Yes, sir, Mr.
Yes, Charles Morgan, professional engineer. I've had some real bad run-ins with these oil and gas people again. This past whole week, my blood pressure's been over 200. It's never been that way. Every day. And I called the sheriff's office and asked them to call them to get the noise down. And they do most of the time. I have been in my house this past week, sitting in my desk in my bedroom, and they have zapped my feet, my foot, my right foot, even with boots on, and it felt like it was burning. This should not be happening to our citizens in this county, and it's got to be addressed some way. And I have addressed it to the state, our new state representative, and they're working on it. But you guys need to be aware of it and what we can do. What can we do here? And one of those things is get data, and that's by having a noise meter that can detect how bad it is. This is terrible. People shouldn't have to live this way in our own home. So I've got all kinds of data on this. I've given to State Representative Comm. And I've sent letters out to every county judge and 27 counties that have more than 1,000 gas wells. We've got no response back. I went to one of the counties nearby here and says, we haven't seen that. And so I asked him to dig it out. They said, yeah, they got it. But he hadn't ever seen it. It's a judge, anyway, a county judge. So I'm trying to get in now. I'll go back to those other 26 judges. And did y'all get your document according to this thing that they signed to receive it? I got those back for every one of them. But nobody is acknowledging if it's read in the district, in the county judges. So they've been short-stopped somehow. But anyway, I appreciate y'all's support. We will get a noise meter, we can prove exactly how bad it is. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? We will go to item number 1 is to approve the minutes of the November 3rd regular meeting and the November 7th special meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of November 3 and November 7.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Motion passed. Item number 2 is budget transfers and amendments.
There are 2 that you have a couple of 2022, and then on another sheet you have a couple for 2023. There was a couple of pharmacy, medical that really needed to go into 2022, so. And then there's also a budget amendment for the donation amended senior services budget so that they can use that and a certification for that.
Make a motion, we approve budget transfers and amendments.
I second.
We have a motion and second to approve the budget transfers and amendments. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. Number 3, approve and pay bills.
I'll make a motion to approve the pay bills.
Second.
A motion and a second to approve and pay bills. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed. Approve payroll.
Okay.
I got this down here.
You got it? Okay.
This one y'all said, you have you
Yeah.
signed it?
Yeah.
Y'all sign it?
I'll make a motion to approve payroll.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve payroll. All in favor, aye. Opposed? Motion passed. Report from Senior Services, Justice of the Peace, County Clerk, District Clerk, Auditor, Treasurer. Do we have any reports? One from the auditors here is the auditor's monthly report for October of 2022. If anybody would like to look at it, be available to look at. I'll share. A report from the Freestone County Tax Office. You might like to look at that. There is a, something from the extension agent. Some things that they did. The county clerk. Ms. Reynolds, the district clerk, and the Freestone County Senior Services report. Anybody else have any reports?
Did you see mine, Clyde, that I said there for you?
Oh, with your pen.
Yeah, in a Freestone County Treasury report. See more, y'all any more in y'all's books anywhere?
Some of them got one in there. Did you say her?
Who?
JP3, did you say that?
JP3 and then the tax collector.
Yeah, I got the tax assessor. Okay, AB3.
I was looking, district clerk, you got it?
Yeah.
Senior services. County clerk.
So we have a motion to approve the reports.
I'll make that motion. Accept them or approve them.
We have a motion and a second to approve the reports. All in favor, aye. Opposed? Motion passed. Burn ban,
No action.
no action. Special road use agreements, contracts, permits, bonds, consider notification, telephone construction.
No.
Okay. We'll move to number 8, approve bonds and education certificates of county officials and employees. I have one here from the certificate of successful completion by the Texas Association of County Auditors for Ms. Karen Craddock, completing the course offered by the Texas State Board of Public Accounting Continuing Education. And that was October 11th through the 14th. I have another one for Dawn Comm for cyber security course. Certificate for Tammy Rifenberg from the county clerk, and report here from the Texas Association of County Risk Management Board.
That's the next thing on the agenda.
Is that right? Good.
Yeah.
Here's the reports, certifications.
Make a motion, we accept.
I'll say it.
All in favor, aye. Opposed, motion passed. Number 9 is the TAC Risk Management Tool, Workers' Compensation.
It's our new policy for next year, for 2023. It went up about $3,500, but it's going to do that as long as our salaries go up, because that's what they base it on. So, went up $3,500.
Do we have a motion to approve this?
Make a motion to accept tax risk management for workers' compensation.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor, aye. Motion passed. Number 10, generators.
I have a generator report. I contacted another company that sells generators. So when we had, the first 2 quotes was from a company out of Oklahoma and a company out of Houston. They were coming in about $43,000 for 18 kilowatt generators installed. And then visited with the people out of Palestine, and we could get 20 kW Cummins generators for $13,500. Company out of West Texas, which is a rep for Generac, and put in a 24 kW for $11,000 to $11,500 depending. So it keeps coming down. The problem is the 2 cheapest quotes we have, they're not registered or a member or whatever of SAM.gov. So I called our auditor to say, can we just do this like anything over 50,000, go out for bid and take the lowest bid? But because this is ARP money,
we can't do like our typical county policy is for person. So at this time, the gentleman in West has started filling out, and he said it should take about 10 days for him to get approved if he fills his paperwork out right the first time. I let the man from Palestine know the same thing. He's talking about maybe coming down and visiting with you to get this, because he does a lot for Palestine ISD, for the city of Palestine, and for the county, and he's on the water board, and he doesn't understand, but it's the ARP money that's throwing things off. It's just because of the strings attached to that money. So we're not prepared to order anything right now, but the cost is coming down. And I would definitely rather get 4 generators for $43,000 than I had 1. So hopefully we'll keep moving forward. I mean, it gets a little bit better, it's just taking longer than we want to, but I still think we should keep that money earmarked for what we talked about. And if the guy comes from Palestine, he's also going to need to view the senior services building and verify what size generator we need right there, because it's 24. Can't do like these others, won't be big enough. So my generator report.
Okay, so just table it until next time, till you get some more information.
Yeah, there's no action right now.
Okay.
Floyd, was it ever decided whether the courthouse was gonna
No.
be included in that, since we have the network system here?
No, I think at this point, and I went back and looked at what we earmarked, and then taking the new prices for generators, and then we're looking at doing the fire departments, you know, first. Like I said, on some of our community centers that we talked about doing our place in each town, we just run into the fact that those generators are going to be, you know, basically $75,000 generators, and so there won't be enough money to do that. But knowing that each community does have a fire department, then, you know, it's still a plus for somebody that's in a pickle if they need something from them. So, but as far as the courthouse, I don't know if we'll have the money to do it.
Any comments from the Commissioners Court?
I think we need to visit our road use agreement
Need to read
pretty
it,
quick.
we need to rewrite it,
Yeah.
or add to it, or
I was hoping-
change the wording.
I talked with Brian, I went and met with Brian about the bridge, just a bridge update. Concrete, the bridge should be complete today, as far as fabrication. And, concrete is scheduled for 11 o'clock in the morning. They'll pour, it'll be 7 days of cure time on the concrete before anybody can drive on it. So we're gonna keep the road closed at that bridge until Friday week.
You find a pump truck?
I did. On truck $1,500,
Pretty good be hired.
coming out of Bryan. Called 4 companies, finally got one that concrete's $153 a yard, going up to $20.
$20 a yard.
These are first.
So, anybody else have anything? We have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.